You're back with another one. This time we got Best Team Anime Fights by Vinny2. I love some Vinny2. Oh, that started off louder than I thought. No, I love some Vinny2. So make sure y'all like the video, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it. My boy Zenetsu. No, this fight was actually the best fight of the series so far.
And arguably some of the most memorable battles in anime history show, the team battles are no slouches either. At its core, the good team battle allows for a showcase of how two often contrasting fighters fight together, and at its best, the team battle becomes a culmination of the characters' story arcs and development. Today we're going through a list of what I think are the best team battles in anime. Doesn't matter if it's 2 against 1 or 3 against 1 or the entire roster against a complete
Okay,
monster.
then I was like, okay, that'd be kind of...
Keep you waiting, so let's dive in. Starting this off is Hunter x Hunter's Chrollo versus Zeno and Silva.
Chrollo is so strong that he had two Zoltics, the strongest Zoltics, fighting against him. He would have died if they, if the contractors weren't killed. But like, he held them off enough to survive. That's crazy.
Battles, but one thing that really stood out to me is seeing Zeno and Silva battle Chrollo in the York New City arc. In addition to seeing strong fighters duke it out, I love this fight for how much it highlights the impact having an ally can have, especially if that's another powerful ally who can come up with strategies on the fly. Chrollo finds himself on edge as he's forced to switch tactics on the go due to the team up, and it adds another dimension to the fight that we don't often see. The battle didn't finish normally as the Zoldiacs abandoned their mission, but you can truly see how a team up of two top tier fighters can push someone as strong as Chrollo to the limits. Despite what the characters themselves say, I think even serious Chrollo still would find it difficult to beat the Zoldiacs. Coming up is Asta and Yami versus...
He was really willing to sacrifice himself. I mean, he knew he could eat it, but like, he was just like standing there taking that.
Dante.
The grandpa's oldie.
Your rival being your best partner in battle? Let me take that back a bit, okay? More than your rival, it's your mentor who's got your back, who's your best partner in battle, and this fight is more than enough proof of that.
But his rival was
by Yami, it feels refreshing to see Asta finally reaching the point of being able to fight alongside his mentor as equals, even if that means overcoming his limits to do it. It took a while, and it's at this point where we truly see Asta grow up from that noisy, annoying kid early on into a full-fledged badass able to stand side by side with the big bro that's been looking out for him since the start. The fight being amazing ends up becoming second fiddle to the whole emotional investment thing. Why stop at duos when you can have everyone join the party like ordinal scales final boss fight?
Okay. I also need to see Yuno more often.
I really recommend watching Ordinal Scale. Even as a mostly standalone
Too bad they're in
movie,
different
it's one of
squads.
the best the franchise has to offer, and it has elements that become relevant in Alicization. There are many things to look out for, but the highlight must be the boss fight against an incarnate of Radius. A hopeless boss fight against what's supposed to be Aincrad's original final boss takes the audience through the emotions of despair and hope as Arsuna arrives and Yui brings in almost every named player from all the games into the mix. Everyone gets to get their shots in, and we're treated to some spectacular movie visuals of Arsuna and Kirito landing their signature moves, formally closing by giving us the satisfaction of seeing Aincrad being cleared. It's something that the original story never got to, and it feels cathartic having this movie give us the pleasure of seeing it. Right after that comes another cinematic tie-in, My Hero Academia.
Oh, Two Heroes. Okay, I didn't watch this movie. I was wondering where that clip was from at the beginning.
Said it before, and it still holds true that My Hero Academia, The Two Heroes, is a damn good movie and inclusion to the franchise. I just love the movie for the easily digestible plot, the themes it embodies, and this awesome final battle. The final battle, which sees the mostly sidelined All Might come through and give Midoriya the hand he needs to defeat the seemingly invincible Wolfram. I get goosebumps when Yusei Run played as hero and mentor proceed to kick ass and beat the hell out of the transformed Wolfram. One of the best moments that year in the world of anime, and it serves as yet another one of Midoriya's highs, a time he seems to have transcended even his idol in greatness. If you're a fan of my
this man all my flexing.
Anyway, come watch this movie. It's worth the time, if for just this moment alone.
Why did he look like an evil All Might? I need to watch that movie. Movie reviews coming back soon. I just have to get a good editing software. iMovie was underrated.
We're trying to hit 1 million subs by the middle of the year, and we need a little bit more help getting to that finish line. Whether we make
good free editing software. I'm gonna throw that out there. Because of course I can get like them expensive ones, but I'm not trying to drop a bag. No, this was a culmination. Everyone they've encountered came in to help them fight Father. That was wonderful. I needed that.
Full Metal Alchemist can't have set up its final battle any better. In a series with so many explosive powers that ought to make anyone pop out of their seat, the final battle ends up being a battle of wills more than anything. That's what makes Full Metal Alchemist such an awesome shonen. Despite having all those cool abilities, it's a title that doubles down on its philosophical themes, and it shows in this final battle. At this point, Father is pretty much God. There's just no way any kind of physical powers would do him in. Even Mustang's powers, assuming he's even able to fight at this point, would do any good. But here we are, seeing Father get defeated by the sheer potential and power of everyone working together. It's symbolic that Ed finally finishes him with the good old fists, and it's so satisfying to see one at the pinnacle of evolution meet his end against the scrappy power of human will. There's so much more to FMA than this battle, so make sure to start watching the series.
He didn't even use his regrown fist. That's the crazy part. His fist that was regrown. That would have been, you know, even better. But he I guess he's left-handed. No, he was running this way. Yeah, he's left-handed. He used his left hand. Like, he should use his right arm. But no, what's really symbolic is the fact that they forced that man Mustang to do human transmutation. Like, how you gonna force him to do human transmutation? And then and then man was like, they took away his eyesight. Man with bright visions of the future. But Mustang had the biggest glow up. Führer Mustang. Führer Roy Mustang. The biggest glow up.
Todo and Yuji versus Hanami is another great one. While not as climactic as the Father fight, Todo and Yuji's team up against Hanami is one of the best moments in the entire Jujutsu Kaisen anime. Todo's been the cool bro to Yuji throughout this arc, and seeing them put their quickly built team chemistry in action in this battle is such a great moment. Gojo stole the show at the end, but the teamwork that the two displayed prior to that is something else, don't you think? And that's not even getting to the amazing animation we got for this whole fight. Then again, considering how well the rest of the major fights and key highlights for Jujutsu Kaisen have been animated, it's not surprising for some of you to overlook it. After all, what's gold becomes less valuable when you've got so much of it. And of course,
that's not my favorite fight in Jujutsu Kaisen. Kaisen. Also not really that, like, I'm not that fond of Todo. Kaisen characters. Not images. Characters. Why do I hear somebody talking outside my room very loud? What's his name? He was the bad guy who turned that dude into like a pus that whatchamacallit had to kill. Itadori. And Itadori was pissed. I feel like his name starts with a C, but I don't think so. The hand dude. Him versus Itadori and whatchamacallit, the dude, Overtime guy. List the characters. Is it Yuki? Yuki Tsukumo? That look. No, it wasn't. That is, honestly. Utame, no, not you. Bro, I need to know this man's name. Like, because I keep referencing him, but then I just don't know his name. The hand dude. Whatever. He's the new curse or demon. Whatever. What are they called in that show? Come on.
talk about Demon Slayer after Jujutsu Kaisen. I'd say that the adaptation of the Red Light District arc passes with flying colors, bringing to life what was one of the longest battles and arcs the Demon Slayer manga had. Despite lasting for well over half the season's run, the Daki and Gyutaro fight in Demon Slayer never felt that long. Perhaps it's because of the magic of how the fight was structured.
That's true.
It's not just a slugfest featuring the same combatants, and with the main focus being ever shifting, it instead feels like a series of connected fights. You get a bit of Tengen versus the Upper Moons, and then there's the Gamado siblings teaming up in an epic showdown, and the sheer permutation and gimmicks of the fights makes this long stretch very immersive. Face it, time just flew by when watching this fight. Do I even have to talk about the animation at this point though? It's Demon Slayer. It's UFO Table. You know what to expect. Lest we forget, we move on to...
And it was so cinematically done. Their heads got cut off at the exact same time. Where they're like, we really don't need to cut them off at the same time. Earlier on, they cut off her head about 3 times, the sister. And then the brother, he got his head cut off the one time. And he's like, you couldn't stay alive one time. One time. That's all we needed. Just one. But yeah, she got her head cut off 3 times. And then they get cut off at the same time, flying next to each other. And then flying off into the distance. And then Tanjiro is like, dang, bro, I gotta make sure this is done. So he goes and chases after them, and then makes them make up at the end. Ooh. And his backstory was so sad. I mean, I was also exhausted because I binge watched the mess out of that season. But I was exhausted, so I really didn't care. But their backstory was actually very sad. Like, it was very sad. He was just ugly, and then always chose to ride or die for his sister. I feel you. And, like, so... it was just very sad. And then she was just a selfish brat.
Another UFO Table production, Heaven's Feel. Ryder and Shiro have to be one of the strangest combinations that worked out so well. Nothing about Shiro makes me think that he'd make a good partner for Ryder, but seeing how they took it to the unstoppable Saber Alter gave me some second thoughts. What I like about this team up with Ryder is how the two of them strategized and played to their strengths. Perhaps it has to do with Shiro knowing his former servant's tendencies, but with how they work together, you wouldn't know that they've pretty much known each other as battle partners for a while. Of course, the highlight is more of Ryder's attacks and how the entire cavern breaks apart in a clash with Saber Alter. You could just feel the cataclysmic energy watching the sequence, and this battle serves to highlight Ryder's true strength, which is a good thing because Ryder gets jobbed out early on in the other routes.
I forgot. He did get whatchamacallit's arm. Oh, okay, Sasuke and Naruto. He did get Archer's arm in this route. I forgot about that.
The Momoshiki fight.
I gotta watch this fight. Because like I keep seeing how good it is, but I haven't seen it because I haven't watched Boruto. I have no interest in really watching Boruto, honestly. I'm just done with Naruto.
Naruto and Sasuke finally
Maybe
return
one
to
day.
fight together in Boruto, and it's a moment that we'll remember for the ages. Against a threat like Momoshiki,
Okay, I saw that callback. The Shadow Clone Demon Wind Shuriken. Bro, I saw that.
requires no less than the finest in the franchise to fight together once again to take him down. No joke, this was probably the most
And the
popular
double-
Naruto has been in
the
ages.
double
And while
trick.
nostalgia had something to do with it, it seems that the anime team also went the extra mile to make this fight super special. At that point in Boruto's run, the anime has never looked as good as it did when this fight
I'm gonna
was
hit him with a
over.
parry. He said, "Psych, slice."
Bringing out the big guns indeed, both in universe and out of universe. I'm sure you
True,
also have
true.
some big guns to show, so if you have any other team fights that you want me to look at, tell me in the comments section. In fact, if you want to talk about anything in general, just go ahead. Comments are good for the algorithm. You might also want to check
Also
out
true.
the channel's Discord server, the Patreon, and the Instagram. Links are in the description. Look for.
Okay. Asayami movement. I want to see a new one. Tanjiro group for upper 6. No. I'm trying to see some new things. You know, Red Light District was great. Now, while not watching Boruto, the Momoshiki fight was still. See, like I gotta watch it. Seeing the animation, top 10. Yep, it's amazing. I don't even think were there any group One Piece fights. I don't think there were. They normally end up fighting by themselves, like 1-on-1. I mean, I guess no. I guess Big Mom versus Kid Kid in Law, or Kaido versus all the like the captains and Zoro and Killer. What happened to Killer? Where did Killer go after they all like left the roof and it turned into a 1-on-1? That's manga spoilers though. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I hope y'all enjoy. Make sure y'all like the video. It's not really a spoiler because they didn't say nothing, but like, because I'm pretty sure at the anime they're at that point. Regardless, I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure y'all like the video, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Bye.